Welcome to the epic world of Mobile Legends lore. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a Mobile Legends Bang Bang fan, you probably spent hours battling it out in the Land of Dawn. But have you ever stopped to explore the incredible lore behind the game? While many players skip the stories to dive into matches, the lore is packed with epic battles, ancient gods, and interconnected heroes that make this world so much richer. Today, we're diving deep into the canon storyline of the Land of Dawn, the major events that shape this universe, not the individual hero backstories or non-canon skin stories like Exorcists, Kishin Densetsu, or Dawning Stars. This is the big picture, folks. So, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's unravel the history of the Land of Dawn together. Stick around because I've got a full timeline in the description and some thoughts on where the lore might go next. The Humble Beginnings, a game without a story, 2016. When Mobile Legends first dropped in 2016, it was a different beast. The game had no real universe or cohesive story, just a collection of heroes, many of whom were, let's be real, heavily inspired, or straight up copied, from other MOBA characters like those in League of Legends or Dota 2. Back then, hero descriptions were short, slapped-together blurbs that barely scratched the surface. Most players didn't care about the lore. They were too busy mastering their favorite heroes or climbing the ranks. There wasn't much to the Land of Dawn beyond a cool name and a battlefield, but that was about to change as Moonton started dreaming bigger. First Steps, Weaving Connections, 2017. In 2017, Mobile Legends started to evolve into something more. The developers added 26 new heroes that year, and with them came the first attempts to connect their stories. For example, Hayabusa's ninja-themed lore tied directly to Hanabi, hinting at a shared history in the Scarlet Shadow faction. Similarly, Natalia's backstory introduced ties to the Church of Light, a mysterious organization that would later become a big deal. These connections were small but exciting, like puzzle pieces starting to form a bigger picture. Players began to notice that the Land of Dawn might have more to offer than just 5v5 matches. The Turning Point, Dawn and Twilight Origins, 2018. 2018 was a massive year for Mobile Legends lore. It's when the Land of Dawn truly came alive. The Conflict of Dawn event introduced the foundational story through Lunyx's lore. According to legend, a supreme deity called the Lord of Creation gave birth to two opposing forces, the Lord of Light and the Lord of the Abyss. These two waged an endless war, tearing the Land of Dawn apart. To end the chaos, Lunyx, a powerful being born of both light and dark, sealed herself inside the Twilight Orb, a mystical artifact that balanced both forces. This orb crashed into the Monian Maze, where Aldous, the maze's guardian, was tasked with protecting it. But the orb's power drew heroes from across the Land of Dawn, each wanting to claim it for themselves, sparking total chaos. Lunyx emerged from the orb to restore balance, becoming a central figure in the lore. This story inspired Survival Mode, an arcade game mode where 3-player squads of 100 battle to be the last one standing. Pretty epic, right? 2018 also introduced the Monian Empire and its war with Necrofell, tying in heroes like Vexana and Leomord, whose tragic stories added depth to the conflict. Empire Reborn, the Monian Abyss War, 2019. In 2019, the Empire Reborn arc took center stage, focusing on the Monian Empire's struggle against the Abyss. This is where things got juicy. Diroth, a prince of the Abyss, led a massive invasion against the Monian Empire. Plot twist, he's actually Sylvana's brother, making this a family feud on an epic scale. Sylvana, alongside the Lightborn heroes, fought back and defeated Diroth, who retreated to the Abyss to lick his wounds. This arc gave us a closer look at the Monian Empire's strength and the growing threat of the Abyss. Another 2019 story saw Tammuz, a fiery demon from the Abyss, invade the moonlit forest, only to be stopped by Belaric's heroic sacrifice. These stories showed that the Land of Dawn was a world of constant conflict, with heroes rising to face impossible odds. What's your favorite hero from these arcs? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious. The Golden Era, Project Next, and Epic Arcs, 2020. 2020 was the golden era of Mobile Legends lore. Moonton went all out. Project Next was a massive overhaul that revamped heroes, rewrote backstories, and introduced stunning cinematics like Awakening the Bloom and Beyond Legends. They even released an official world map of the Land of Dawn, giving us a visual of this sprawling universe for the first time. New story arcs added even more flavor. Fighters of the Stormy Seas connected Freya, Franco, Atlas, and Bane as they battled for the heart of Aurora, a powerful artifact. Then came the Dragon Altar arc, one of the longest and most epic stories, where Yu Zhong, the Black Dragon, faced off against the Oriental fighters in a clash that shook the Land of Dawn. Another arc, Blazing West, dropped on December 5th, 2020, featuring Claude, Layla, Aldous, Esmeralda, and Franco. But here's the catch. This story created some timeline confusion since these heroes were already tied to other regions and events. It's a bit messy, and I hope Moonton cleans it up someday. What do you think about these timeline issues? Let me know. Shifting to Erudit. In 2021, the lore pivoted to Erudit with Dawn, Lethal Nexus. This arc introduced Beatrix as the protagonist, teaming up with Erudit heroes like
Johnson and Bruno
to take down Dr. Octavius, the mad scientist who created Alpha. This story expanded Erudit's futuristic, tech-heavy vibe, contrasting with the mystical elements of earlier arcs. Later that year, Fate Deniers brought a wild sci-fi twist. Natan, a time traveler from a dark future where the Abyss was winning, arrived in the present to change history. He recruited Lunox and Beleric, getting tangled in Paxley family drama, shout out to Gusion fans, to secure the Heart of Anima, a powerful artifact. Lunox and Gusion ended up with its power, as shown in their soul revelation skins, but Moonton left the details fuzzy. Classic cliffhanger. Also in 2021, MLBB dropped the animated series Legends of Dawn, The Sacred Stone on WeTV. It's a must-watch for lore fans. Check the link in the description. Forsaken Light and Necrophel revamp. 2022 kicked off with Forsaken Light, focusing on Yin in the Cadia Riverlands. His journey led to encounters with Melissa, Xavier, and Julian, weaving a tale of redemption and conflict. That same year, Moonton revamped the Necrophel lore, shifting Vexana and her allies from Abyss supporters to its enemies. Vexana's story got a major glow-up, and Terizla's lore expanded, adding depth to this spooky faction. These changes showed Moonton's commitment to refining the lore and making it more cohesive. Multiverses and New Heroes, 2023. In 2023, Project Next continued, introducing Nolan and the concept of multiverses, where skin stories exist in alternate timelines. The Outlaw arc, the longest written story, centered on Ixia, followed by its sequel, Savior, which focused on Layla and ended with Nolan reuniting with his daughter. New heroes tied into existing lore. Cece connected to Aemon, Chip to Angela, Suyin and Zalong to the Cadia Riverlands, Lucas to the Monian Empire, and the newest hero, Sylvana, to Badang and Kadita. While no major Land of Dawn arcs dropped after 2023, each new hero adds a piece to the puzzle. New beginnings. From myth to reality, 2024. In early 2024, the lore took an exciting turn, bridging the gap between ancient legends and the present day. The Dawn of Legends update introduced the powerful goddess Aurora, tying her directly to the Monian Empire's history. We learned that centuries ago, Aurora and other ancient entities known as the Starlight Council created the Northern Veil to protect the world. The newest hero, Chip, further expanded the world of Erudit and its advanced technology, but he also introduced a new twist. His backstory connected the Erudit Tech Guild to the shadowy faction of the Forsaken, which is led by a mysterious, powerful figure. This hints at a new high-tech threat looming in the background, possibly even more dangerous than the Abyss. These updates show that Moonton is moving beyond just the Monian Abyss War and is now building on its ancient history and introducing new global threats. It feels like the start of a whole new saga. What's next for the Land of Dawn? If there's a main character in the Land of Dawn, it's gotta be Lunox. Her role in balancing light and dark makes her the heart of the lore. But here's a big issue. The Land of Dawn lacks a Year Zero timeline. We don't know exactly when events happen, except that the ancient Light-Dark War occurred thousands of years ago. We rely on Moonton's story release dates like Blazing West in 2020 to piece things together, but it's not perfect. The Land of Dawn's lore is a massive, ever-expanding universe, and the adventure is far from over. What do you want to see next in the lore? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get a discussion going. Check out the full timeline and story arcs in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Mobile Legends content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the Land of Dawn.